They're in their district every day.
Thank you, Congressman. I'll hand it back to Trish, who I think is going to
I just wanted to introduce Nihal.
No, it's a tough one.
I'm married for love, not for this last name. Anyway, I'm the president and CEO of the youth movement against Alzheimer's. So I have to tell everyone in this room how important youth is here. I mean, not only are the next generation, unfortunately, becoming this generation for relatives who have Alzheimer's. And when that happens, forget your vacations, forget, it's a morass. So I want you to talk a little about what you're doing and what it means to the youth of today.
Of course. Yeah, thank you so much for that introduction, and thank you to you and George for giving our cause this platform today. I actually want to start with a story. Jason Rodriguez was a high school student who, he had it all. He had the great GPA, captained his varsity basketball team, and from what he told me, even took the cutest girl to the junior prom. And 2 weeks before his senior year, his single mom sat him down, and they had the talk. No, not that talk. This was the dreaded talk that so many of us in this room have heard in one form or another. Jason found out his mom was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. Now, in spite of being a smart kid, the 17-year-old didn't know what that was, so he Googled it. And then he Googled, what is a cure for Alzheimer's? And then, out of desperation, he even Bing searched it. But neither Bing nor Google had the answers he was, desperately looking for. So Jason, he was Ivy League bound, very smart kid, but now he was forced to downsize his dreams and prioritize becoming the caregiver for his mom and the head of his household at just 17. And over the past several months, I've heard too many stories like Jason's. And I'm here today because I believe that shouldn't be the norm. My name is Nihal Satyadev, that is how you pronounce my last name. And I'm the co-founder of the youth movement against Alzheimer's. My involvement with Alzheimer's started in 2011 when I joined my first research lab on Alzheimer's and related diseases. And to this day, I continue to devise experiments. 2 years ago, I joined the public policy team of Alzheimer's Greater Los Angeles, and here, my work really looked at what is the frequency of disease in Southern California, and I started to realize how widespread it really is. And eager to learn more, I attended a National Policy Summit in March of 2015, and here I was really looking to connect with other college students who were of a like mind of mine. And I went to their youth forum, and at their youth forum, I realized this youth forum was for people who were under 35. And so, needless to say, I began to realize I was one of the youngest in attendance, and knowing that millions of youth across this nation are both directly and indirectly impacted by this disease, I saw an opportunity to bring them together towards a common cause. So 3 months later, the Youth Movement Against Alzheimer's, or WIMA, was born. WIMA is based on 3 pillars: caregiving, research, and advocacy. Our caregiving program, Time Out at UCLA, began as we partnered with the UCLA Division of Geriatrics and received a sizable grant from the Eisner Foundation. This program was created in order to make a win-win-win situation for students, seniors with Alzheimer's, and their caregivers. So students are trained on how to interact with and provide care for these seniors, and then are paired with them based on similar interests, career paths, and hobbies. So just imagine your loved one having this opportunity to reconnect with a youthful buddy week after week and refine their own inner passions. So it's no surprise our program has a wait list that is almost 4 times its capacity. And for students, this has provided a novel opportunity for them to have a different perspective on Alzheimer's and aging. And I'm really excited that some have even picked up a minor in gerontology. Since its inception 9 months ago, I'm proud to say Time Out at UCLA has been able to provide over 2,000 hours of caregiver respite and has recently received Generations United Program of Distinction. Thank you. We hope to scale this model at several college campuses to increase its impact in the years to come. And then there's research. The Alzheimer's Research Scholarship Program funds $1,000 scholarships to undergrads interested in Alzheimer's research. Now, as someone who has done over 1,000 hours of unpaid research, I know even a small financial incentive would entice me to apply for these opportunities. But really, it's not just about the money. It's about creating tangible outcomes. And we have two to be specific. One, that students can showcase to the scientific community, and another that the general population can understand, especially youth who don't conduct research. Our program will be open to students in both the hard sciences as well as the humanities, as we know to understand Alzheimer's is not simply to understand its underlying mechanisms, but also to really take in its human component. In the upcoming academic year, we hope to start this program in a few universities across the nation. Now, you know, students, we're busy doing a lot of things, and I heard earlier sometimes we even play on the Xbox, and so not everyone has this opportunity to be connecting with our caregiving program or looking for these research scholarships. And so that's why we created an advocacy-based model that can be scaled to any college or high school campus. And when youth leaders join our model, we provide them with extensive startup material, instructions on how they can reach out to local press and local politicians, and also direct contact to our executive board so we can help them hone in on their message and really hone in on their message and overcome any obstacles that they might have in growing out their chapters. So this message has inspired the creation of 33 chapters in college campuses and high schools around the nation, making the Youth Movement Against Alzheimer's the nation's largest youth-led Alzheimer's 501c3 nonprofit. Now, I really started to ponder why this growth has been so rapid, and I started to realize our demographic has something unique, and that is that so many students that get involved do not have a direct connection to the disease. In fact, at our founding chapter, about 50% of students have no family ties to the cause whatsoever. Students got involved when they were told what the larger implications of Alzheimer's really are. We are worried that, you know, this disease is going to bankrupt Medicare and Medicaid in the next few decades. We are scared that by the time our parents begin to retire, that they might not have the appropriate care or housing that they need if they get this disease. And frankly, we are frustrated that too often funding for disease research becomes political. Now, as millennials, we are interested in voting for long-term solutions to global challenges that, if not addressed now, will have huge universal implications when we reach our 40s and our 50s. I request all of you today to really reach out to the children in your community, in your family, and start to get them involved in this cause. Now, everyone here knows 1 in 3 over 85 are diagnosed. And for a lot of you, that's your friend, your cousin, aunt, uncle, mother, father, and for many of us, that's our grandparents as well. I remember every summer, until I was 5, I would spend time with my grandmother, and you know, she was the one who really taught me the beginning words of my family tongue, which is Telugu. And now when I go back to visit my grandma, I'm sharing those same words with her, only to receive a blank stare in response. And it's just really interesting to see how a one-time distinguished ophthalmologist is now barely able to remember that we're family. I find some solace in knowing that, you know, she still recognizes my mom, but as you and I both know, that won't be for too long. Since this disease's inception, it has really been the elder generation that has championed this fight, but you shouldn't have to do it alone. Let us work together. You know, start to really reach out to those communities, and we can create, as the Alzheimer's Party, a truly powerful intergenerational force that unites not only the red and the blue, but also the young and the old in a common fight. The perception of Alzheimer's is that it is an old person's disease. This needs to change. In the past 16 months, we have created a foundation from which we can scale further. And by the end of 2017, we will have hundreds of campuses actively engaged in our common fight. I am so grateful to be backed by a team of committed and thoughtful youth who are dedicated to seeing through our efforts. And with your help, we will continue to champion innovative solutions until the millions of youth, like Jason and like myself, can look at Alzheimer's as a thing of the past and be the first generation to not be affected. Together, let's create a future worth remembering. Thank you.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't have to learn your name. You all up to now, and I'm just inspirational.
I don't know who wants to follow that.
I was wondering our dogs and babies, my God, and now you. Well, who wants to follow is right. However, we have to go on. So I wanted you, Bob, after all, you've had decades of experience covering
Not too
elections.
many, no.